here is the character rig for the Sun with basic overview of what everything is. So first things first, we got the master controller. You can move this wherever you want, scale it up and down, move him around, rotate him. The second thing, we have this, which controls all of the upper body and essentially his upper body location. We have the feet, simple box to move rotation, translation of where this is. Then we have foot roll, so you can roll the foot, good for walking. The toes is good for like tippy toes, etc. Pull vector on both knees, so you can control which way the knees are bending from. Here we have like hips. Hips? Yeah, hips. So you can rotate these around. You can't you can translate these a little bit for some like hip movement relative to the upper body. This is for the back bend, so you can rotate it forward to bend him over forward and backwards, side to side. Can't rotate it around because it does the same thing as this one, so you can twist his body from up here, and you can also twist his body from down here. If you want to twist him completely, you turn him with the larger controller here. We have a shoulder control, so you can make him shrug. That's translation, up and down. Why is that not? Up and down, back and forward. You can't move it in and out because shoulders don't do that. The chest, you can use that, as I said, to twist. You can lean him forward and backwards a little bit. You can combine it with him bending over, and then such, maybe make him look up. So you can get, using both of those together to get a range of movements. Initially it'll come in like FKR mode, so you can use this. This is locked to only rotate Z because elbows don't move any other way, so if you want to get the arm into a position, you'll have to rotate from the shoulder and then rotate from here, i.e., you know, like this. Same applies to the hand, FK, with some twist in there as well. At the back here we've got the neck, so you can move the neck around. This big box is the head, to move the head around. Then here we've got the IK-FK switch, which if you go to the channel box and you set this from 0 to 1 to turn on IK, you then get an IK controller that you can move around to kind of pose out the hand through IK, world space IK, with a shoulder control that will appear as well. You can technically blend between the two, although sometimes it doesn't quite work as intended. This one's not too bad, but the other hand definitely has some bugs with the way in which it works. I go from here to, say, here. In between, it spins around everywhere. So, wouldn't recommend it, and if you do cut between the two, it might be worth doing stepped tangents and all very quick motions. This can be scaled non-uniformly if so desired for some interesting results. And the final thing is there is a controller up here which you can't move or anything like that, but on the channel box over on the right side you can turn that on and off, and that'll swap between the new and the old rig, and you can kind of pose this out wherever you need him to be, or hopefully he'll stay relative to where you've already animated him in the scene, so you can turn him on and off depending on whether you need him for reference or not. And then of course all of the controls will zero back to their original starting positions, although if you do want to zero out the IK and FKs, you'll have to go into their respective modes and reselect everything to then zero them out. Quickest way to zero things out is to essentially click on the top box, hit 0, and then if you alternate 0 and tab, it'll automatically fill in the next box. I think that's everything so far. The end.